My name is John, and I'm the founder and CEO of Podclass Pro. I'm out here today on the U.S. National Mall. Just thought I'd have a little conversation with you guys about, some things that Podclass Pro stands for. And if you don't know who we are and you're new to our page here, what is Podclass Pro? Well, Podclass Pro is the single best premium and world-class language learning service that is going to help you hit your goals on day one. We get you speaking on the first day. We put you on the road to success. Now, why take a pod class? Well, pod class was born out of something called Big Ed or Big Education. Our catchphrase just happens to be, don't be like Big Ed. Book a pod class instead. And I'm often getting asked, well, what is this Big Ed that is mentioned? Big Ed is Big Education. And what is that? Big Education is something that we've all been a part of, at least, through our development years in life. Big Ed is the institutions that we went to. It's the schools we went to. It's the higher education centers we went to, whether that's colleges, universities, or academies. And what are we doing differently than that? Well, the traditional model of learning a language stems from these academic institutions, and it's cookie cutter. You go in a room, there's maybe 10 to 30 people there, maybe even more, depending on what level of an institution you're at. And the lessons are relatively the same anywhere you go. You learn your verbs, you learn your grammar, you learn, random things that aren't really going to help you as time goes along. They're not going to develop your ability to fluently converse in that language. You get a baseline understanding that if someone was to talk to you, you're going to have to translate in your minds what they were saying and try to figure out, okay, what's the complex grammar structure that I have to make for this sentence? Okay, how do I speak that out? And by the time you're ready, it's been 15, 20 seconds, and you're just like, oh, well, now I don't know what to say. Big Ed does not want you to develop this kind of confidence. Big Ed does not want you to hit this success, because it unlocks a lot of doors where you're not going to need to continuously be in these kinds of cookie cutter classes. I started Podclass Pro as the solution to problems that I was facing in normal education. I learned French and Spanish for about 10 to 12 years in total. I learned some of the basic things like La biblioteca es rojo, or una cerveza por favor, or un crack monsieur s'il vous plaît. But this really didn't give me the confidence that I needed to go about my daily life and speak to people in the French and Spanish language. When I wanted to learn Polish, a language that was very important to my family, what did I do? Did I enroll in a class? Did I use an AI app? No. I started speaking on day one. I found someone who eventually became a coach of mine. We started drilling vocabulary. We started speaking. Before you know it, through mock conversations and dynamic charisma, which we teach you guys to have charisma on demand, I was able to go to Poland for 3 weeks, navigate the entire country with using almost no English. And that's the power of the pod class. The objective of Podclass Pro is to unlock new doors for you. Your work, for your future, travel, whatever you'd like to get done. We're here to cater towards young professionals and those that are trying to level up their life by learning a foreign language.